he stood 6 feet, 4 inches tall, and tipped the scales at 300+ pounds. His hands were the size of catcher's mitts. He wore size 14 shoes and XXXL in everything else. May I present to you Matt Cool. And if you think that he only wore this outfit on Halloween, then you don't know Matt Cool. Some of you remember him as Mr. Incredible, but I am one of the 5 who simply called him Dad. And I had the honor of buying those scarlet red, women's plus-sized Lane Bryant tights that you see pictured here. I also got to watch him sew the costume on our sewing machine. His size made him virtually unforgettable. You couldn't help but be intimidated if you didn't know him. But before long, it was easy to tell. He had to be this large in order to accommodate his enormous heart. He was on a first-name basis with more people than I have ever met, including Joe and Tom, the employees at the car wash, to whom he brought McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, Sam, the hoagie man at Wawa, the people at his favorite pizza place, Original Village, the workers at the Wendy's window, the employees at Home Depot, Sherry and Doug, and of course, the people at Starbucks, who he would see almost every day when buying my mom's coffee. He captured these people with a flash of his infectious smile. He was big, and so was his world. In fact, he knew every back road and every shortcut there is. But in the end, for Matt Cool, all roads led to Pat's King of Cheesesteaks in Philly. To me, my dad was a giant, larger than life. He had this air of invincibility about him that made me feel safe and secure from anything bad in life. I always felt his huge wingspan hovering over me like a protective shield. He fought fearlessly against a foe that in the end he couldn't defeat. Cancer. I hate that word. The doctors never told us exactly how much time he had left, but we all knew it was a finite period that would shrink with each passing day. It was the quintessential catch-22. Every day's a blessing, and every day the clock's ticking grows increasingly louder. Let's just say, my emotions have run the gamut. For an 18-year-old teenage girl confronted with the somewhat sudden loss of a parent, naturally I have moments of anger and bitterness because of what I feel life has stolen from me. As I struggle to understand why, I have to ask myself, why my dad? But most of all, I'm filled with a sadness, a hole that cannot be refilled. He waged one of the most courageous battles against insurmountable odds and never once lost faith. In addition to chemotherapy, another word I hate, he tried acupuncture, homeopathy, and subjected his body to extra experimental protocols. He even altered his diet. Steady yourselves. Matt Cool went raw. His hope and positivity were unwavering. During this time, he somehow summoned the strength to contribute to everyday family affairs, go on family vacations, and especially to comfort everyone who was frightened by the thought of losing him. With his undying determination, he would not let cancer weigh him down or stop him from taking every opportunity to embarrass me, as he loved to do. Whether it was singing at the top of his lungs in a car filled with my friends, or hiding in public behind things that he was bigger than. He continued to be the lovable man he had always been. The life of the party, filled with endless laughter. The people he touched were of all different walks of life. Nearly 1,000 people attended the funeral, breaking the church's record. He was a friend to all, a man without pretense, who was remembered by the many people he touched with his warmth and kindness. What I have gained in the loss, though sometimes hard to imagine, is a long-lasting legacy. A legacy that you can be a regular guy and still make a difference in the lives of many. So here is what I give to you. Live life now and make the most of it. You don't have time to do otherwise. Life is precious, and it's not worth wasting your time doing things that you hate. Live to be happy, and take the generous gifts that you have been given and be useful. Not everyone can be Matt Cool. In fact, no one can. But every single person has something to offer the world. So love the people around you and let them know it. Don't wait until they're on their deathbed. If you could only understand just how fast that clock is ticking. And ever has it been, that love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation. What I have gained in the law, thinking about the impact of my dad's life, has made me shift my focus from dwelling on what I felt was stolen from me to considering what lessons my dad taught me in life and in death. How these lessons will influence the way I choose to go forward will be determined by my ability to face life's challenges the way my dad lived life and faced death. With courage, equanimity, and always with a smile. This amazing man was my dad. Gosh, I'm lucky. Thank you.